Hello, darlings. I am trying something very new today. I think we need a lot more happiness and joy in our lives. So I am going to try a video here on humans being bros. I hope you like it. If you don't, that's fine. I'm going to try a few different things. Throw them at the wall and see which ones stick, like overdone pasta. Okay, let's get started. Here's the first picture. Apparently it's from a different subreddit with a question. What is the single kindest thing you have done in your life? I donated bone marrow to a little girl that I knew almost nothing about and had never met. She developed another cancer related to her treatments about 5 years later and passed away. But her family got those extra 5 years with her. Wow. I mean, a sick kids, that just kills you because, yeah, kids are not supposed to go before their parents or in any situation. It really is difficult. My new neighbor brightened our day with this. I hope you and your family are staying safe during these crazy times. Please enjoy this little shot of spring. Hopefully it lifts a dull day. Card, plant, touched by nothing but love and gloved hands. That's beautiful. An Easter lily too, because it's Easter this weekend. Of course, they make me sneeze. So do hyacinths, but I love the smell of hyacinths. What is your favorite smelling flower? I go for roses a lot. That seems to be my signature scent, but that's neither here nor there. Okay, we have a picture with everybody's faces blotted out, and you can see some biker jackets. It's in Reno, apparently. The BACA. I don't know if you guys know about that, but this is what they do. These bikers got my daughter through an abuse trial. They were with her all the time. They just couldn't wear their colors in the courtroom, even though they did when they all turned out for his sentencing. I could never even begin to repay them for all they did to get my daughter and us through a very difficult time. Thank you, BACA. We did it. Found guilty on every single charge for a max of 70 years. My daughter was so comforted by you all being there every step, making sure she felt safe. We couldn't have done it without you all. That it really is something, because survivors of abuse, they feel so powerless. And to have, some tough people standing beside them, to be there to back them up, boy, that really means a lot. So, then here we have a microwave outside. I don't know where this is, but somebody put a microwave in their fence for anybody that might need to heat up their food. It looks like, well, let's see. That looks like a pine tree, but I don't know. Perhaps it's in a more tropical, maybe not. I don't know where this is, but if that's needed, I'm very glad they've done it. They have a little doorbell, so, they know somebody's before they even come on their property. That's nice. A man walked 70 kilometers in 3 days from Kota Kinabalu Airport to get to his hometown, Kota Marudo, to avoid spreading COVID-19 after returning from Japan. His name is Alexan Mangdok, which I probably murdered. I am very sorry. He also adopted a dog he met during the journey. I don't know about you guys, but I kind of want to see a movie about this. I mean, it doesn't have to be high intensity or anything. Just, what he encountered, who he saw. That dog looks pretty skinny. He obviously had no one. So that would be interesting. Or maybe not. I don't know. But yeah, that's really sweet. Right now, my neighbors right next door are in quarantine because their 19-year-old son came back from, I want to say Brazil, but I'm not 100% sure. But they are in complete quarantine for 2 weeks. They can't leave their yard. The little one, he's outside jumping on the trap. And he has taught his dog, his pit bull, to jump on the tramp with him, and they jump up onto the shed next to it. Him and the pit bull, which is pretty funny. It's a good dog. It's a very sweet dog. Anyway, I guess this is just going to be a lot of me rambling. I don't know how you feel about that, but we'll see if it sticks. One of my mates left this for me on my doorstep. That, my darlings, is a true friend. When it comes to Cadbury chocolate, that's one of the top chocolates. Absolutely. I bought myself a Ritter bar the other day when I went to the store, and yeah, chocolate is medicinal. I don't care what anybody says. Important news for children. Many of you contacted me asking me if everybody makes mistakes on Twitter. This, in fact, is the Irish health minister, in case you're wondering. Asked me if the Easter Bunny was allowed to work this weekend. I have checked with our top doctors, and the good news is he can, but he has been contacted to remind him about washing his hands regularly and keeping his distance. That's awesome. And he's not the only one that's done that. Well, okay, this is cool. Confirmed. I don't know who Brendan Keefe is. Maybe I should. If you know, tell me. Anyway, confirmed Tyler Perry, who I do know, paid, well, not personally, but I don't know if I'm made for this rambling type of video. Tyler Perry paid for all groceries during senior hour at 44 Atlanta area Kroger stores. Look at these faces. You can see the smiles and tears through the masks. He wanted to be known only as Atlanta Angel. And you just went and outed him. Shame on you. But good on Tyler. That people that can help and do, you really appreciate that. You really do. A Georgia bar owner removes $3,714 worth of bills stapled to the walls to give to her unemployed staff. That's awesome. That's awesome because I have family that owns a restaurant. They had to lay off people, and it really sucked for them. That was the worst part of the whole thing. They're still running the restaurant on deliveries and pickup, but having to get rid of people that, have worked with them for so long, it just about killed them. It really did. And, to be able to, help out in any way you can, it's hard. There's so many people unemployed, and I know this was meant to be an uplifting video, but I hope we come through the other side of this with more compassion and empathy for everyone in the world. Doesn't matter if they live near you in the same town or state, if they look the same, if they worship the same, if they anything. I just hope that what we get out of this whole thing is compassion. Free lunch. Dear families, we understand that schools are closed and that some families rely on school lunches to help during these times. We are offering a slice of pizza, a banana, and a big gulp to those in need. Offer valid Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 12:30 to kids 18 and under. Best wishes from your neighborhood family store. That is awesome. Because again, so many people rely on those school lunches. Around here, the school lunches are going on strong, and the bus drivers just drop them off at the bus stops and the kids come and pick them up, which, has been a big help. Nobody in their right mind wants kids to go hungry. Okay, this is Montana's governor, and he, like the health minister in Ireland, I recognize this is a difficult time for families across Montana and believe it is especially important we remember to find ways to bring joy into our homes. That's why I have deemed the Easter Bunny, Tooth Fairy, and other magical creatures as essential. So, yes. Okay, this was a video, and I couldn't copy the video, but it's mostly this. You can hear in the background something. There's always been a lone wolf man that lives on my block. Howls once or twice a day. Never understood. Since quarantine, my neighbors and I have joined in. Now I understand Lone Wolf Man, and he is no longer alone. And I'm wondering if this is Denver, because I also ran across a post that was high up on the hills in Denver, and you could hear like the whole town howling, which I think is a great way to show solidarity with each other. I work at a convenience store. A little girl came in and handed me this card. Thank you for still working when there is a virus going on. Thank you. For you. And there's a $20 bill. That's awesome. That's so awesome. I know I've talked to the people in my local grocery store, and they are frazzled with everything that's going on. But, they are necessary. I think they need to be appreciated more. This has the obligatory not all heroes wear capes. Coronavirus. Teacher walks 5 miles a day to deliver free school meals to children. Again, there you go, This couple offering their RV travel trailer to a healthcare worker forced to quarantine away from their family due to COVID-19 free of charge. My husband and I have a 36-foot travel trailer. We would like to offer it free of charge to a healthcare worker in need that is being forced to quarantine from their family as a result of COVID-19. It is fully loaded with all the comforts of home. We will come and set it up. If you are a nurse or doctor or know someone in need, please let me know. So that's awesome. And that's a dang nice trailer. An Arab immigrant who lives in Italy and owns a fruit market is giving away fruit for free. His sign reads, "You welcomed me into your country for 10 years. Today, I return my favor to you," which is awesome. I really think that letting people that are very different from us, culturally, whatever way, only improves each of us as human beings. As the more we learn about each other and learn how similar we are to each other. And anyway, I won't go on and lecture you all. This is crazy. Oh. Police in Morocco being awesome, feeding stray cats during the quarantine. Those cats are gorgeous. They really are. And that sea looks so beautiful. Oh, I love to be by the sea. And I live very far from it. What can you do? But yes, kindness to all. So, if you're stuck in isolation with anyone abusive, give me a message and ask if I'm still selling my makeup. I'll know to keep checking in on you. If you ask specifically about my eyeliner, then I'll contact the correct authorities for you, and I'll ask your address for the postage. That is sadly very, very important. One thing with families being stuck together all day, every day, is the incredible rise in domestic violence. We're not used to this sort of close quarters, and volatile relationships can get even more so. So, yes, if you know anybody that's in a difficult situation normally, please check on them. Please check on them, because things are just going to be magnified in this situation. For certain. Made this for my grandma because she's scared of leaving her apartment. Oh ma, that's adorable. That is awesome that they can do that. Yay. My family's been doing a lot with chalk lately on the sidewalks and on the driveway and so forth. Here, I'll show you. Just for fun. Paul Rudd story. Okay. I worked at CVC at the time, and my manager had just eliminated smoke breaks. So I'm on the edge and going nuts. Paul Rudd walks in and sees me. For reference, I'm generally disheveled in appearance and had a wizened beard braided almost to my belt. And I had worked overnight unloading the truck before popping on register. He looked at me and goes, "Rough night?" I laughed, nodded, and slurped my coffee, which was more or less empty at this point. My boss comes out of the office to yell at me about something, and Paul drops what he's doing, runs to my counter, and rings the little bell to interrupt my boss. I run over, and he has a single Butterfinger on the counter. I ring him out, and he laughs. He says, "How long you been here?" Truthfully, I told him 10 hours. I sputtered something about loving him and fundamentals of caring. He looks at my boss and says the best thing ever. I need OP to help me to my car with my purchases. My back hurts. Mind taking over for him? So I go outside. He bums a cigarette off me and bought me a coffee, then wouldn't let me inside until I finished the whole cigarette and half my coffee. Boss comes out to complain. He laughs and says, "I still need his help loading my car." Honestly, it's probably the single best customer moment I've had in my time in retail. The dude is awesome. You know, it's so easy to just see people behind the counter as somebody there to serve your every whim and need. It's easy to fall in the Karen trap. But you know, if you see a human being there and you do what you can for him, that's absolutely awesome. Good on Paul Rudd. Bravo. And that is it for my rambling, strange video on humans being bros. Tomorrow I have a compilation, a video of the first 10 chapters of the Campground series. So, you know, if you've been watching those, you don't need to. If you're meaning to watch them and haven't watched them at all, you can start at the beginning and go through. Sunday, I have some historic American ghost stories ripped from the headlines of way back when, of 120 some odd years ago. I hope you enjoyed that. And Monday, I don't know if I'm going to get out a video. I might try and get out something else positive again, something like this. And Tuesday is chapter 11 of the campground as usual. And that's as far as I've gotten so far. So, I hope you enjoyed this. It's different. It's more positive, I hope. Sometimes, we need to... Sometimes, horror stories, they can exorcise our demons for us and make us feel a bit better. But sometimes it gets too much when there's enough horror around us. I know some people in the horror community have lost people close to them. And it's hard. It's hard. I'm in an area that's not too greatly affected yet, but I think it might be. There's been some big mistakes made, like a doctor that was sick and continued to see patients. So, all the patients that came to him for health are now under quarantine. But, on the whole, we can get through this and come out the other side more joyful and appreciative and kind, I hope. Anyway, you've heard me ramble on long enough, my darlings. Thank you for coming. My chateau is always open. Today I just decided to throw the curtains open and let in some sunlight. Special thanks to my Patreon supporters, as always. Ermin, Darren and Jennifer, Laura, Mutant Artificial Intelligence, Tabby Cat, and of course, Charlotte Emerson and Cortez Williams. Have a wonderful day, guys.